everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zola. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey! Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well. Y'all ready to talk about these virgins? Yes, indeed. Let's get ready to talk about them. Because believe me, we do have a lot to discuss. Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Had a wonderful time this morning. But now it's time to talk about these virgins, child. Yes, indeed. The Virgins, Season 1, Episode 3, Second Base After Show is starting right from the space right here and right now. Higher is waiting, lower is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do hear that virtual tour music. Yes, you do. Let me turn down the music here. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. Let's get to the get it, because there was a lot that went down this episode. Let me get my notes here. All right, so Episode 3 of Virgins, right on TLC. So we pick up right where Rhasha and Zach left off on their date after Rhasha reveals that she is a virgin, right? And Zach asks a good question. He asks, is that a religious thing for you? And Rhasha says she's not religious, she's spiritual. And Zach was like, Okay, that kind of threw me for a curveball, but he is vibing with Rhasha. He's liking the chemistry they have, the flirty banter back and forth, and everything in between. Zach respects her for that and says we'll get past that barrier or break that barrier sooner or later. And so, Rhasha is feeling like this is a win for her. You know what I mean? And Zach is looking for someone who's straightforward, honesty, communication. And, Rhasha says, I hope the skirt don't fly up, but Zach would not mind it. Listen, if I'm on a date with Jill Scott, the Zinga Amani, okay, Melody Cherie Rogers, Candace Glover, I'm trying to think who else I like. There's a lot of women. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Treasure from Love and Hip Hop, not Love and Hip Hop, but Marriage Boot Camp. Hip Hop Stars. Treasure is gorgeous. If I had Treasure on my arm cheek, you see this beauty? If the skirt went up, I would not mind it either, Zach. Okay, if I was one of them. But of course, you are the gentleman. I'm a gentleman. Well, you were somewhat of a gentleman. We'll get to that here in just a minute. But at the end of the day, it was a good hug. And I was proud of Rhasha because Rhasha, it seems like she has reserved herself. It seems like all these guys has reserved themselves for different reasons. But with Rhasha, I think she's always had that fight in her to explore. I think she just never been able to be in an environment to explore comfortably because of circumstances. I truly do believe that. Then we're with Alex in Reading, Pennsylvania here. So we're with Alex at Laura's Head Turners. And he's a hairy man, okay? And he's not just doing this new look for hang on, let me make sure I got the here, Andrea. He's not just doing the date for Andrea, but he's also doing it for himself. And I'm proud of him for that because a lot of times in life, sometimes we have to be pushed to change, to be better. Sometimes that brings out the best in us. Sometimes that brings out the worst in us. But I appreciate that Alex is, saying, you know what? I can be more. And he's going about it. He has a 1000% regret on getting his body waxed. Okay. It's burning and a little bit of blood. Now, I don't have a lot of hair. Okay. I mean, you see my arm there, right? Like it's not really a lot of hair. Okay, I got a little bit of hair on my belly, but it's not like Alex's hair. Okay, it's just very subtle. But yeah, so a little bit burning and a little bit of blood rather. He does not want to do the back after his stomach. And I've always thought if you get waxed, I feel like the stomach would hurt more because your stomach is very sensitive, right? But then I did think about the back that you're laying down on your back. It's the fight or flight response, right? So at least when you're laying down, right, on your back, you can see down, take forward, don't have hold on to react, right? So a couple rules about waxing that I did not know. No sauna or a pool for 24 hours, right? Because, it's a chemical peel, this, that, and the third. They don't want it to clash, right? The chlorine and the treatment to clash. And no sex either because it can cause chafing. I did not know if you got waxed that it could cause chafing after you got waxed. So there is that. And Alex, he's, being very reflective. And he's doing a very inward reflection of himself, right? And he was like, at 30, it really does get hard because you don't want to be alone. And he almost, it looks like he's about to cry, but he doesn't. But I feel him. Not so much on being a virgin because I'm not. But I do feel him on, you get to a certain point in life and you're like, damn, I should have been doing this, that, and the third. But also, too, everything is in time, right? Now, I will recognize there are some opportunities I screwed myself out of. I'll tag myself in for that. But then there are other things, too, right? That, it wasn't my fault with circumstances beyond me that screwed me out of opportunities, too, right? So, believe me. Sometimes it's not the guy, it's not the devil, it's us. But then sometimes it is forces as well, right? So very proud of Alex for recognizing his worth in this moment of it's okay to be scared, it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay not to know what's next, but still go for it anyway. So very good on Alex. Then we're back in Jacksonville, Florida with Rhasha. There were some red flags with Zach. So, Rhasha dressed up as Velma. She did a very good job, by the way. Velma is a thick girl costume. Just saying. Shout out to all the thick girl cosplayers. By the way, thick cosplay con should be a thing. I'm just saying, if you need me to be the marketing director, social media director, I'm your guy. Okay, just saying. So Rhasha sent some of the selfies of the Halloween costume to Zach, and she set up this selfie museum. If you've never been to a selfie museum, it's different. It's different zones of art, and you participate in them and all that stuff. It's really, really cool. I think there's a selfie museum where I live, and also too in Atlanta and New York and LA. Selfie museums are huge. But apparently to Zach, it wasn't. So Zach said, I'll see you tomorrow for the stupid selfie-ish. And I just gotta say this, right? Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that you have to poo-poo on it, right? It's just like, for example, there's some food that I just feel like it's weird, like octopus. I never ate octopus before. Why would you want to eat octopus? I don't get it, right? But in the same token, just because I don't like octopus doesn't mean that I should poo-poo on for somebody else, right? So to each their own. So now we're back. So now we're in Hollywood, California with Sonani. Sonani has vaginitis, which is basically her vaginal walls tighten based on pain and fear. That's the basic translation. So it's not just a physical block, but it's a emotional, psychological block as well. So Kimberly Anderson, who is a sex therapist who deals in vaginitis, is talking to Sonani about this. And, she talks, Sonani says her parents are from India, and she learned about sex in the 4th grade, in a 4th grade health class. She never relieved herself before. And Kimberly Anderson asks, has there ever been energy in your loins? And then I love this from Somali. For women, is it loins, and for guys, is it groins? And I thought that was funny because, hey, listen, makes sense to me, right? But that might not really be what it is. That might just be a term of phrase, right? And so Kimberly Anderson says that the way Somali, is talking about sex, it seems like that she might be stuck in adolescence. And I will agree with Kimberly on this. And I say I agree with her, not just because she's a sex therapist, but sometimes we are in adolescence to protect ourselves. And then there are other times we're in adolescence because we just generally don't know. But I believe that Sonani is in adolescence because she has been conditioned for this long to feel this way because of her parents and society and this, that, and third. And here's my rule, right? Don't steal, don't kill, don't do people wrong, and live your life. Because society doesn't follow their own damn rules anyway. So why should you, right? Just saying. Within reason, okay? So we do find out that she wears pads. So she's never had tampon in her oral. Never. And Kimberly Anderson says you need to make friends with your own vagina. That's what she said. Okay. So then we are in Los Angeles, California now. I'm still in California, but Los Angeles, California, Hollywood, California, it's all in Cali. But we're with Deanne, the picky Cinderella who wants a Prince Charming, but can't even go out in the town square just to socialize with people. Okay, now I know that there's some social anxiety people out there. Remember when I went to the Janet Jackson concert, that was the first time I ever experienced social anxiety. I know, the person that goes on tour all the time to talk to y'all got social anxiety one time. I know. But here's the thing. I believe that social anxiety is a little bit in everybody, right? there are some people that are extroverts, that they're very out there and social. And then there's some people that are introverts. They say to themselves, of themselves, and by themselves. And then there's ambiverts, that they're extroverted, but they need to be introverted too. And there are people who are introverts, but they also have extrovert tendencies, right? And so I feel like Diane is more of an introvert, but in order to get a relationship, you have to be an extrovert, and she doesn't know how to navigate that space. Deanne says sometimes she wants to screw it and just have sex with somebody that, you know, she doesn't care about, but she doesn't want to do that. And it has gotten to the point where she needs to go to a boxing club, okay? And so one of her friends said, you know, how old is he over there? There was two guys working out. And her friend was just Kim, but Deanne was overreacting. And listen, right? Now, of course, the celebrity women that I mentioned, they probably don't know I exist, right? Well, Melody knows because I was her, you know, moderator for one point in time. And, you know, I just saw actually today on Instagram that she's going to a child care conference. So congratulations to Melody Cherie, right? But still, Melody is in her own world. I'm in mine, right? So we probably ain't gonna ever meet. But still, within that, right? I feel that, you know, you have to have the mindset for dating and for life, really, that if you're going to shoot for the moon, right, be okay if you land among the stars, right? So the women I mentioned, you know, Jill Scott, Candace Glover, Nzinga Amani, Melody Cherie Rogers, or any celebrity woman that I like, or just any woman, right? You got to recognize, okay, the launch sequence has to be right. You have to have the right control room, right, to be able to have all systems go. But then also, too, the rocket has to have a trajectory that makes sense. It has to have a sense of direction, right? And I feel like with Deanne, she wants to be this big NASA rocket, like all the cylinders and everything else. She wants to blast to the moon. But it's just like, child, can you just learn how to, like, know where all the buttons are on the rocket before you take off? Like, sincerely. Once that rocket takes off, you got to be responsible for how you navigate that rocket to the moon. And listen, I get it. I have friends that, you know, they push me. Sometimes that push can be good. Sometimes that push can be bad, right? But what I often say is, who is this person? How long have they been in my life? What's the consistency of their energy? I learned that from Oprah, actually. I'm not Oprah personally, but she said that on one of her shows. I never forgot those three questions. So now when someone is giving me advice, I'm like, okay, who is this person? How long have they been in my life? And what's the consistency of their energy? And honestly, when I ask those three questions of myself, it measures my response a lot easier. So I don't think Deanne doesn't really have any coping mechanisms at all. I mean, at all, right? And not to mention, too, if it ain't thick, it ain't right. So she ain't my type anyway. But she's a type for somebody, right? So we're back with Sonali. Picking up the conversation from Kimberly. Kimberly Anderson, where she said you need to be friends with your vagina. So she brings out this vulva puppet, right? And the clitoris is like a bulb, right? And Sonali was saying, you know, it's red, pink, and got all these pretty colors, and then the urethra, right? So she had to go inside the vulva puppet, right? And, you know, do a come here motion, you know, to, you know, get revved up, as you will, if you will. And then Kimberly Anderson asked a really deep question. Do you feel like your pain could be a defense for you blocking off your sexuality and you experiencing sex? And I never thought about that, because I'm from the South, home of thickness. Okay, so listen, if it's switching and sauteing, and she got the capacities to be a super soaker with her faculties in more ways than one, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm good. You know what I mean? But then again, Somali, her parents being Indian, and she's not being able to date boys, and had her first kiss at 26. Her life and my life are a little bit different, right? So when Kimberly Anderson asked that question, do you feel that your pain could be a defense? I never thought about, if that could be a thing for sex. Sincerely, I never thought about. Now I know, your pain could be a defense for getting into a relationship or for business or for parenting while you're so overprotective because of the past, childhood that you had and the pain and suffering, I'm saying not to diminish that, but you get what I mean of the weight of that childhood, baby. That's why you're so protective. But I never thought that perspective could be for sex. Never thought about that. And then I learned something new. A sexual surrogate. Okay, I did not know about this, but apparently a sexual surrogate is somebody who is trained to help people become more sexual. So whether that is through touch, whether that's through intercourse, whether that's through BDSM, they help you with your sexual surrogacy and trying to, help you, get out this desire of wanting to have sex. Now I'm just like, they don't call it TLC for nothing. They don't call the Learning Channel for nothing. Okay. I'm just like, is there a big girl sexual surrogate agency? Like, I'm willing to be an employee. Let me stop playing with y'all. Anyway, and then Kimberly Anderson says something else powerful. She says, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. That touched me. I don't know if it touched you, but that definitely touched me. So then we're back in Jacksonville, Florida with Rhasha. And Rhasha is tired of being strong. To use a clip from Sassy TV from the AO3. I don't want another relationship. I gotta stay strong. Yes, indeed. Hopefully Sassy is doing well. But yeah, she's tired of being strong. And I will say this. There's nothing wrong with being a strong person. But also, too, don't ever think that just because somebody is strong all the time doesn't mean they don't have weak moments. Right? There, in the words of Optimus Prime, there is more than meets the eye. You know what I mean? So Rhasha's going to this place called Club Kink, and she is learning the art of shibari, Japanese rope bondage. Now, that is in the world of BDSM. And BDSM is more about... I know what y'all thinking. Wait a minute, Bray, how do you know about this? There's a show, and I told y'all about the show, called How to Build a Sex Room with Melanie Rose. A fantastic show on Netflix. Netflix, where's season 2 at? And wait on that shit for a while, okay? So that show, Sex, Love, and Goop, from Gwyneth Paltrow and The Principles of Pleasure, where I learned that men and women are really the same. It's just this one thing that splits us. One thing that splits that makes a cream stick, and the other ones that splits that makes a portal. By the way, shout out to all the streaming platforms, and really just media platforms that are open to doing docuseries and programs about sexual education. Because guess what? As we see clearly, the President of the United States does not give a damn about the health of his people because he is cutting programs out like Planned Parenthood and other resources that could help with sexual health, right? So go to where you can to learn, right? So shout out to all the platforms trying to do good in the neighborhood and educating us about sexual health. So BDSM is about letting go. So Rhasha is learning about nylon ropes. And Rhasha, she says, I don't know much about except being on a ceiling fan, rope tied and slapped up. I'm like, for being a virgin, you really do have a vivid imagination. And I'm like, Club King, if y'all need somebody to be a flogger for the thick girls, I'm right here. I am literally right here. I'm willing to be submitted. Well, no, actually. You know what? I'll say this. I'm willing to be a submissive for big girls to get their freedom. And I'm willing to be a dom to be able to push them to that breaking point so they can fly high in their freedom. Okay, so listen. Let me stop playing with y'all. Anyway, let me roll on. So Scarecrow says not as uncommon as you think of people coming in as being a virgin. Because here's the thing, everybody's a novice at something, but everybody's an expert at something too, right? So Rhasha asks, do y'all do spanking here? And, Scarecrow talks about floggers and paddles, impact play, and wax play. Now, listen, okay? I've always thought that wax play was a little weird, but I guess it's the tactile sensory of it all, right? But I'm just like, I know wax is like coffee, and the fact that it can, give you it can give you burns on your body, but there's a way to do it. I've never done it, probably will never do it. Okay, that's just like being handcuffed. I'm like, we're gonna have to be married, and we want to have at least 3 years of trust. Like that, you just don't do that with anybody. Okay, you no. Have you seen the world today? There are some options for women that will make you think, guys, man, you're single. And vice versa with the women. There are some options for men that make women think that they're single too. Okay, so it's on both sides. It's not bad women, it's not bad men, it's just the bad people we pick. Okay. So Rhasha is getting flogged, and there's red, yellow, green, and so there are taps, right, at first, and then there's thuds. And Rhasha likes the thuds. I'm just going to say this. Paddles are for skinny people. Floggers are for thick people. It's the waves, baby. Anyway, moving on. No, look, paddles and floggers are for everybody, okay? But I will say thick women make permanent fireplaces, and twigs make temporary campfires, but that's neither here nor there. Let's roll on. So Rhasha is suspended. Everything's alleged by opinion for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So anyway, so Rhasha is suspended, right, in Shibari, right? And Scarecrow says whenever someone is, suspended for the first time, they are lighting up and radiating with joy, and Scarecrow can feel Rhasha's energy. And then Rhasha says, do I look like a honey baked ham? Now, give me 1 second, because I just feel that we should do a honey baked ham commercial right now. Just hang on. There we go. All right, so this is what it is, y'all. Okay, here we go. Give me a moment as I bring up the honey baked ham commercial.
Low smoked, hand glazed, and spiral sliced, or a Kelly baked ham, a honey baked ham, or a Kelly baked ham, a honey baked ham, or a Kelly baked ham, a honey baked ham, or a Kelly baked ham, honey baked, Kelly baked, honey baked, Kelly baked, honey baked, Kelly baked. Nobody wants a Kelly baked ham, not even Kelly. Serve the world's best ham, only from the Honey Baked Ham Company.
Now I'm not gonna sit here in front with y'all.
Imagine being able.
I'm not gonna sit here in front with y'all. Okay?
This holiday, Kelly has 2 choices. Baked Kelly.
This right here, I got me like a little mini honey baked ham for myself. I think for next Thanksgiving, I'm gonna go bigger. Just for me. Yeah. See, here's the thing, right? And this is a sidebar. I feel like if you work hard, you should play hard, okay? Now listen, the families of one, okay? They're just as important, okay? Just saying. Now, honey baked ham. Now, listen. If me and honey baked ham could do a partnership where I can eat honey baked ham on Braylon's Virtual Tour live while being on tour with y'all, listen. We can do honey baked ham live streams on their YouTube channel. Just a sidebar, honey baked ham. Anyway, rolling on with our show here, our live stream, our tour. So, Scarecrow says she looks great, and then a vibrator is on the ropes. So apparently there's some sensory play with the ropes as well with the vibrator. So all of that happened, right? And Rhasha, very proud of you for being about it, right? And, embracing the unknown, right? And I think sometimes we feel like the unknown is scary, but sometimes the unknown can be the door that can lead to joy. You know what I mean? So with that being said, now we're back in Reading, Pennsylvania. Alex is looking smooth with his new look. He looks really good. And so, Andrea goes to the Works, which is like a local Dave & Buster's. And so Andrea arrives, and then Alex comes through, and Andrea likes the look. And so, good on you, Alex. Yes. So then they go go-karting. One of my favorite things to do is go-karting. I'm a huge go-kart fan. By the way, go-karting is the gateway into NASCAR if you're trying to be a NASCAR driver. But anyway, go-karting is just fun in general. Like I said, if I won Powerball Mega Millions, I would buy my own K1 Speed franchise, and then I'll just go on my days off and just go go-karting. I'm that big of a kid. Sincerely, I am that big of a kid. Hey, going to James Hodge. Good to see you, good sir. Glad to have you here. So, Alex and talk. And the conversation is going good at first, right? It's going good at first. There we go. Okay. If it freezes up, I'm still here. But it looks like, Alexandria and Alex are talking. It's going good. Alex played varsity soccer, and Andrea said, you got all the girls, right? And I said, not necessarily. And so Andrea went to the University of North Texas for broadcast journalism. Alex asked, Andrea to do her broadcasting voice. And Alexandria doesn't want to ever do it again. And then Alex asked for a second date, and the second date is on. Yay for that. And there is a really good, genuine hug between the two, and Alex walks her to her car. I love this episode. This was a good one. Like, there's progress for Alex and Rhasha. Somali, I think that is going to be a tough mental role for her, but I believe this. I believe Somali will have sex before Deanne will. I don't think she's going to. I think Deanne's going to stay a virgin, y'all. I really do. Listen, I'm just going it like I see it, okay? So in the preview, Deanne is on an ice bath date. So basically, it's basically ice bath speed dating. So you and your potential, and you and another person get into a ice bath, and then you ask questions while you're in the cold. I'm like, ain't to make $1.15. Hey, listen, hey Nintendo, can we do Mario Kart speed dating? When we do like 5 minutes of Mario Kart, and we just do that. Like, I'll come out to that now. I'll whoop ass. Okay. Shoot. Blue shells are available, and I will use them when necessary, but don't use them on me. Anyway, moving on. Rhasha and her date goes to the Selfie Museum, it looks like, and her date said it looks like a BDSM dungeon. And Rhasha says, funny enough, I actually went to a place like that recently, and the guy, his face just lights up. So then Andrea comes over to Alex's place and then tells Andrea that he lives with his parents. Yeah. And then, Somali is scared, sitting down for sexual surrogate to start to open her up about her sexuality, like to do in the world of sex. Y'all, that is The Virgin, Season 1, Episode 3, second base after show review. How did I do? Did I cover everything? I think I did. Like I said, really, really good episode. Of course, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, we'll be reviewing Episode 4. And then we'll be caught up very soon to the show. Yes, indeed. So, like I said, I feel like by the end of the season, I feel like Alex and Andrea, hopefully they stay together. I like them together. They have a very, very socially quirky energy to them, just like Colt and Courtney, which we'll get to them at 8:30 tonight when 90 Day Fiance Hunt for Love right here on our YouTube channel there. So stay tuned for that at 8:30. Rhasha, I feel like, she is going to go through some frogs before she gets her king, but I feel like she will get there eventually. Somali, I feel like hopefully by the end of the season, she will maybe not, have a full overnight, but at least she'll have a night, right? And then Deanne, I don't think she's going to actually get, I don't think she's going to get her cherry popped. I think the closest thing she will swallow down her throat is a cherry soda. Okay. We're going to take a little commercial break. Like, wait a minute, Bray. Whoa, cherry soda down the throat. What are you talking about? Good Lord. You have some class decorum and some dignity, Bray. Good Lord. Listen, you saw the thumbnail. You know my voice, and damn it, you know why you're here. We'll be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and roll it.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams, KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where I'm from.
R&B.
J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
Introducing a water theme park like no other. Universal's Volcano Bay. A relaxing tropical oasis where every carefree moment is inspired by the belief that water is life and life is joy. This is where you'll make the most of every splash, every scream, every breathtaking thrill. Welcome to a new kind of vacation paradise. Welcome to Universal's Volcano Bay, the third amazing theme park at Universal Orlando Resort.
I'm loving it.
I just want to be known that Volcano Bay is a theme park. It is not a water park. I don't know why y'all keep doing that, Ish. I did a whole live on it. I called out some of y'all. Be Capture the Magic are cool. But sincerely, it is a whole theme park, and the theme is water, okay? Good damn. Anyway, welcome back into Braylon's Virtual Tour Live, everybody. I am your tour guide, rather, Braylon Lee here, your virtual tour guide. Taking you to all the destinations that you guys are traveling to virtually. In this virtual world, social media. Glad to have all you here. Hopefully you enjoy the show. We were just talking about Virgins, season 1, episode 3, Second Base. Virgins is a show that you can catch on TLC, which is on, let me see, I gotta look at the thumbnail because I review the show later on in the week. Yeah, it's on Mondays at 9/8 Central on TLC. So yeah, I do mine later on in the week. But it's cool though, you know. I mean, I don't mind it because, as you guys know, we've been reviewing Roa all season. So Monday is Roa, get a break from reality TV on Tuesday, and then Wednesday you get Virgins and 90 Day Fiance, right? And then Friday you get Nelly and Ashanti. So yeah. And then of course, you know, Sunday as well you get Nelly and Ashanti. So we're covering 3 reality shows right now. So yeah, it's a lot. But it's a good time. It's always something new over here. Always something new for me. But yes, indeed. So yeah, we're just chillaxing. Glad to have you here. We are just chillaxing. Indeed. Jesus Christ. Yes, indeed. So I wish honey baked ham was over where I live. That would be nice to go there on my lunch break and get me a honey baked ham sandwich. That would be really nice. Yes, indeed. So. It's been a lot happening this summer. A lot happening this summer for sure. By the way, if you're looking for content to catch up on, this morning we talked about Candy Burris, Anna Mae Robertson, Nicki Minaj, Uno, Adidas, Nokia, and Tesla. That's got 103 views. Then yesterday, 23 hours ago, we talked about the Oprah Winfrey Network. I had a good time with that. Please go watch that First Destination, because I lay it in. I do. I had a good time with that. Then we talked about Beyonce, Joy Taylor, Trey Songz, P. Diddy, the Fire Festival, and Analog 3D. Then, of course, before that, we talked about Extra Entertainment News Magazine format pitch. That was a lot of fun. And then the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, episode 18, part 1 of the reunion. 484 views. And then, of course, we talked about Germany, Nakia Hamilton, Essence Festival Culture, Popeyes, Carnival Cruise Lines. Then we talked about, let's see what this is here. Oh, yes, we talked about ABC News and Extra. Then, of course, Nelly and Ashanti. So a lot going on over here in terms of content. You always got something to catch up on over here. So, yeah, it's crazy. I really don't know how I do my production and distribution schedule, and I just recognize something else that I'm going to have to do, but I'll talk with YouTube and Canva about that. It's just, some people are just stupid sometimes. Not YouTube and Canva, but just my alma mater being stupid. But anyway, it'll get worked out. I have no other choice but to worry out, right? So, but yes, indeed. So. Speaking of things working out, you know what I would like to work out to right now? I would like to work out with some Popeyes chicken in my mouth. Let's do that. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
New Orleans don't make a lick of sense to most people. A big city built below sea level that throws logic out the window and beads to strangers. And our chicken is no different. A fast food restaurant selling fried chicken that takes 12 hours to marinate? That makes no sense. But it does make delicious. The best recipe for big flavor ain't about logic. Because you know magic when you see it or when you taste it. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
I finally did it. Popeye's new chicken sandwich. I've been trying to make the perfect chicken sandwich forever.
How does that make you feel?
You know me. It had to be just right. Finding a bun as good as my chicken was not easy. I mean, I did it, obviously.
I think we've made a lot of progress here. I feel great. Good talk. I'm proud of you.
My new chicken sandwich is buttermilk battered and served on toasted brioche. Try it in spicy or classic.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. Where are the girls that like to have fun? Chicas. Where are the girls that like to have fun? Chicas. Where are the girls that like to have fun? Chicas. Where are the girls that like to have fun? Chicas. Where are the girls that like to have fun? I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, see a shot, take a shot, never run girl. I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, see a shot, take a shot, never run girl. H-I-C-A-S, H-I-C-A-S, H-I-C-A-S. I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, see a shot, take a shot, never run girl. I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, see a shot, take a shot, never run girl. C-H-I-C-A-S, 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 C-H-I-C-A-S. I'm loving it.
Loving y'all right back. Welcome back in Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here in the building with me. We are live on tour. 10 more minutes till I cut my camera off. But it has been a very good after show for sure. Of course, we'll do the Daily Mover here in just a little bit, and then we'll chill out here for a little bit after that, and then I'll get off of here, then get ready for 90 Day Fiance Hunt for Love. A lot went down in this episode, y'all. Yes, indeed. We're going to get into Colt, because Colt was the one that was injured, and a lot went down emotionally on that episode, so look forward to that review coming up at 8:30. Not 30, but 30. Yes, indeed. There. Then, of course, like I said, tomorrow will be episode 4 of Virgins. So we'll be back here at 6 o'clock, making it do what it do for that. And then Friday, you guys will be getting a new show at 11 a.m. And then, of course, Nelly and Shanti at 6 p.m. So what we do over here, just we make other content because in the words of Anonymous T.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
One more time.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
One more time for the one more time Anonymous.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
There it is. Oh man, love some Anonymous T. Shout out to her, man. She's good. Yes, indeed. But yeah, we're just here chilling. Just here chilling. Oh man. You know, it's amazing what we focus on, man. Like, Lord. You know, I just wonder something. Would it be hypocritical to review a show that you said that you were going to leave the blackout on? Would that be hypocritical? Just a question. I mean, I don't know. Just something I thought about today. I don't know. But anyway, it's all good in the neighborhood. Listen. Tell me you're a one-trick pony without showing it. Listen. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. Okay. But I will say in the words of my friend Glam Rocks, which actually let me bring up Glam Rocks channel real quick, because you know I love me some Glam Rocks, and you know we're still good. And I will say this: anytime that I pull that up, if you do cover other content, I ain't talking to you. Just know that, okay? If I am talking about that, believe me, I'm not talking about you, okay? If you do other content, if you not one trick pony, you a black stallion, you about the assignment being bigger than you, I'm not talking to you, okay? But here it is here. So Glam Rock says, respectfully speaking, hey, y'all, just want to gently remind everyone that this is a creative space. As content creator, I cover different, I cover topics different. I cover different topics, rather, I enjoy and think they are worth discussing, even if it's dragging. That includes shows like Love and Marriage Huntsville. I understand not everyone is a fan of certain cast members. Yes, we know about Martell, laughing emoji. But please remember, I saw two other CC's channel comments about why we're still discussing it. You don't have to discuss it yet. On bigger CC platforms who discuss it, it's mute with an eye roll emoji or a side eye emoji, right? Yeah, I think that's side eye emoji, because eye roll emoji would be the eyes up. I don't know if it's because the bigger subs, but allow the CCs to be creative. If the topic or your show is your thing, it's absolutely okay to skip that video. What's not okay is disrespect to the career or other viewers in the comments. Let's be grown, respectful, and allow space for different opinions, conversations. Thanks to everyone who shows love, whether you watch or upload or just something. Let's keep it classy. And I will fully agree with Glam Rocks on that, right? It is one thing if you want to cover the show, right? I'll take Glam Rocks down now. Love you, Glam, as always. Beautiful. It's one thing if you cover the show, but you cover other content too. But if you just cover that show and you ain't got no other content, it is what it is. Like, some people got generally excited for the show coming back because That's all the content they can do. That's it. That's all kaput. Like, I mean, what did Anonymous say one more time?
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I'm just saying. I am just saying, you know. So, but hey, to each their own, though. Yes, indeed. Just chillaxing here. Welcome in, everybody. You're live on tour with me, Braylon Lee's virtual tour live. That is glad to have all you here in the building with me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Skadoosh. Hi. Yes, indeed. So almost there to a full-fledged hour before I cut off my camera here. But yeah, I really do like this show. I didn't. Now, listen, when I first heard about it, when we first talked about it here on Brandley's Virtual Tour Live, I'm like, wait a minute. TLC actually approved this. But it's one thing to see a teaser for a show, it's another thing to actually watch it. So I'm watching the show. I actually really like the cast, except for Deanne. I feel like she's dull, boring, and she's a drag. She is like just somebody walking into a room like you don't like them. Like, good damn. But here's the gag, though, right? I don't think Deanne recognizes this. You do realize that if you walk into a room, no one can like you either, right? You do realize that. I don't know if you do know that, but just saying, you know, you ain't too far from being called out your damn self. But man, that's neither here nor there, child. That's your life, not mine. Woody Woodpecker. But anyway, yes, indeed, that we're just chillaxing. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. Yes, indeed. Man. Yes, indeed. Lord. By the way, shout out to Volt Culture. I got like 92 subscribers over there. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. There for sure. By the way, just a fun fact for everybody. Ebro in the morning is on Hot 97. Breakfast Club is Power 105. Just a fun fact. I mean, some people were born with a behind the eight ball mentality, or better yet, they were probably born with this mentality here. Let me see if I can bring it up.
It's not just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving. It's an everyday situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
That is funny. 265 days? Where the hell that bitch live at?
It's not.
To this day, Nene, we still don't know where that bitch live at. We still don't know. But I just wanted to say that because, I mean, like, if you don't know something, just say you don't know something. But to be that stupid, well, I mean, it's one thing to be that stupid, but then again, it's another thing to actually, it's one thing to think stupidly, it's another thing to actually be that stupid. But hey, to each their own, right? Because like I said in the words of Anonymous T, as always, child.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Look at the fireworks there. Look at that. Now that's something nice right there. Look at that. Look at that glorious sight there at Cinderella's castle. Yes, indeed. That's nice. That is nice. I'm gonna turn off my camera now because we done a whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Yes, indeed, we have here. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Look at that. Glorious, 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 glorious. Yes, indeed. So. Oh, man. just chillaxing. So we'll probably stay here for 1 hour and 5 minutes, and then probably head out with the Daily Motivator, then get ready tonight. Night a fiance. Hunt for Love at 8:30. Yes, indeed. So yep, we are just chillaxing. You guys got any questions about virgins? Let me know. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Oh, by the way, today only at Wingstop, it is $0 delivery fee. So just to let you guys know that, in case you guys did not know that, if you need a example of what Wingstop looks like, here it is. Roll it.
For Ramirez, Wingstop's triple meal deal: 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
That voice is so iconic to Wingstop, it's not even funny. Yes, indeed. But yep, we're just chillaxing, everybody. Yes, indeed. Just chillaxing here. Oh, man. I will say the last time I had Wingstop, right? I don't know what it is about their lemon pepper, but it felt too how can I put this? I'm guessing it's something to do with lemon pepper and the butter, I guess. I guess it was too zesty for me, I guess. Because it had like a weird aftertaste. I don't know what, maybe it's supposed to be like that. I feel like, honestly, like Wingstop, they could probably just do a really good lemon pepper rub. Like for real. You don't have to add anything extra to lemon pepper. You just really don't. Now, I will say this. Let me pull up this here. Because as y'all know, Anthony Anderson and Cedric the Entertainer just got done teaming up with Arby's, right? Now, Wingstop has always been about Black culture, right? I mean, Rick Ross owns Wingstops, right? So this is just an offhanded comment, y'all. So please take everything I'm saying for a grain of salt. But also, too, like, I give good ideas all the time. So with that being said, I would say this. What I would do if I was Wingstop, and this will also put Anthony Anderson and Cedric the Entertainer on the map. This is just my entrepreneurial mindset here. So this lemon stepper right here, this lemon stepper. Right here. Lemon, garlic, coriander, and thyme. What I would do, Wingstop, is I would get in touch with AC Barbecue and change your lemon pepper to lemon stepper wings for a limited time only, and just have that out for like maybe 4 to 5 months at least. And then, there you go. So, because there's different ways to, make it do what it do. But that's just an offhanded comment, y'all. Let's see. That's just an offhanded comment. Okay, we're good. We are Gucci. Okay. All right, there. Yes, indeed. All right. That's the fireworks are going off behind us there. Yes, indeed. I love it when the fireworks do that. Absolutely. Back off camera. And yes, indeed. So I'll extend the ear for 1 hour and 7 minutes, and then we'll head out and just and get ready for 90 Day Fiance tonight. Yes, indeed. Hey, 3 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Just chillaxing. Yes, indeed, here. All right, y'all, let me get the daily motivator up for us here, and then we'll head on out. You know, I think this works for virgins. Yeah, I think this works for virgins. Let me pull up the daily motivator here, and then I'll come back on camera read it, because this one's a powerful one here. Here we go. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right. Sometimes we gotta wait for technology to work, y'all. Just a little bit. 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 There we go. Hey everybody. All right, here we go with the daily motivator. Yes, indeed. Life is a game of cards. The hand that is dealt you determines represents determinism. The way you play it is free will. Jawahal Nehru. Very powerful words, rather. It's time for the day motivator for Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. Encountering resistance. Yes, it's difficult, yet you can do it. Work through the difficulty one step at a time. On the other side of that difficulty is value, either a problem solved or a goal achieved, or both. Every effort brings you closer to that value. It's likely to take some time. Fortunately, time keeps coming to you, and you can continue making use of it. You'll probably make some mistakes. The good thing is you can learn from each of those mistakes and quickly recover. Yes, it's difficult, yet once you get started, it won't be nearly as difficult as you imagine. You can do it if you just allow yourself to stack one focused action on top of another. When you're encountering resistance, that's a good sign you're making progress. Continue to push through that resistance, through the difficulty, and reach the value it's enabling you to create. You know, I believe that purposeful resistance is a good thing. If there is purposeful resistance in your life to push back on something that maybe might not be the best thing for you, that's good, resistance, right? But if you encounter resistance because maybe it is an idea that you have and there's some resistance in terms of the process to get to that dream that you have, that's okay. Resistance can be a tool depending on how you use it. So that's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing I'll tell you is this. Probably make some mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes. No one is human. He or she has to sin cast the first stone. That also includes me. Okay. So tag I'm in. But just know it's okay to make mistakes. And within those mistakes, believe me, you're not the only person that's made those mistakes. That's the second thing I'll tell you. And finally, when you're encountering resistance, that's a good sign you're making progress. I know that what we're doing over here on our channel, I know it's my channel, but I say it's our channel because without y'all, there's not me. Without me, there's no y'all. I know the resistance that we are, feeding is of a show and of a channel, of a platform that we're doing the thing that a lot of black people have asked. It's positive content. Where's content where I can learn a little something from Lottie Dottie and everybody? We cover entertainment, we cover pop culture, but we also cover real-ish. And we do it with love, grace, and space every time. So the reason why the channel is growing is because consistency, right? Or as I often say, consistency plus tenacity equals your destiny, right? And that's the thing about that formula. It takes a while for it to work effortlessly. Now, I wish it would work effortlessly when it comes to, job applications I've been applying to, because hello, brothers, ready to work. But in the same token, though, you have to celebrate the wins where you can, because if you can't appreciate what you have won, where you are, then why would God create circumstances, or whoever you believe in? Why would God, whoever you believe in, create these circumstances for you to win more? If you can't appreciate the wins that you have, why would God give you more wins to not be appreciative of? So that is the show. So with that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one more special, because you are always more blessed. Trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself, another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have some time with you. You have some time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, Rhasha will do great together. Always remember we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that, baby, whether you're roped up or whether you're cleaning up, you can always come up. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready for you to listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you, I value, I embrace y'all. Always remember, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one's trying to be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. Just recognize that just like art, all good art takes time. It does. And I'm not talking about just for jobs, I'm talking about for life. And if you notice more recently, people who are in their 40s and 50s, they're getting what they deserve now. So saying that to you, I'm saying it to myself too. Wait, let me point back. I'm saying it to you, I'm saying it to myself as well. Because there is a fight or flight, like, damn, I'm doing everything right. Maybe there's some things I could, do better, do things better on. But then it's like, well, damn, I'm doing at least the basics. Like, can that not count for something? Recognize masterpieces are in art galleries. Okay? Recognize that. And if you want your art to be in an art gallery, it takes time for you to create the right masterpiece. But if you just want to be seen immediately, just draw anything for it to be stuck on the fridge. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessing on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. This is your final tour for this evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you based on your location. And also, too, well, for us, good night to all of y'all on the East Coast. But also, too, if this is not your final tour, I'll see you back here tonight, 8:30 for Night A Fiance. Hunt for love, everybody. One love, much love, all love. Once again, I feel the love and send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the